Since Six Sigma is started from the manufacturing environment, many people think Six Sigma is applicable only to manufacturing industry, not to other industries. You are completely wrong. It is a philosophy. It is a process-centric approach. It is a process improvement methodology. You improve the process, result is going to improve. Whether you are producing a product, you are offering a service, the process behind is improved. Make sure your customer experience is always good, right? And so Six Sigma can be applied to operational as well as transactional processes. Only thing is, tactically, there will be some difference. Tactically, in the sense, how do you implement? There will be some difference. You can apply Lean and Six Sigma in a manufacturing industry. You can apply Lean and Six Sigma in a service industry. You can apply Lean and Six Sigma in a school and college. You just have to understand in every industry and every situation who is the customer, what is the process, what is the output, what is the input, who is supplying the input. That's all. If you understand these 5 components, every stage a customer who receives the output, an output is produced by a process, and for running the process you have to provide input, and somebody will be providing the input who is called the supplier. If this 5 components are clearly understood, then Lean and Six Sigma can be applied everywhere, right? And so it is applicable everywhere at all levels. Whatever product and whatever service your company is manufacturing and offering, and definitely Lean and Six Sigma philosophies can be applied. All right. Now I would like to ask a simple question to all of you. All of you are working for a company or you are running a company. Imagine you are running a company, you are an entrepreneur, you are the top management. Tell me, you want your employees to focus on improving the results, or you want your employees to focus on improving the process? Which one you will better appreciate?
Improving process.
Improving.
Improving the process.
Fantastic. Improving the process, because directly improving results, those are not sustainable. Those are not sustainable. But if you improve the process, for example, this webinar, we can ensure 100 people attend the webinar. We can call all the known people and then 100 people can listen. But do you think that will be productive? Definitely not. And the people who are seriously interested, they are attending. That means now the process is producing the result. Directly focusing on the result, you cannot sustain. Like imagine a magician. He is doing magic. He can produce whatever he want. Let's say he produced dollars and rupees, 2000 rupees note. If he can produce a 2000 rupee note and then do a magic to all of you, tell me, why is he doing a magic? He can keep on producing the money and then you can live with it. Why is he coming and doing the same magic in front of all of you? So results, if somebody can directly impact, those results cannot be sustained. Many people do not understand this. They will try to improve the results with all the energy and resource they have. They will try to improve the resource, and later they will understand, no, again the results are dropping down. You're losing your precious time. Instead of that, focus on improving the process. Be devoted to the process. Make sure your process capability is improved. Results will certainly improve, right? This is what we call it, process centric approach or Six Sigma approach. It is something like you have grown an orange tree and suddenly you want to make apples. Will you change the fruits or you will change the roots? And you are very sure the same tree cannot give you the apple. So you will start growing an apple tree, and then one day it is going to give you the apple. If this is the reality, then you should also be process centric in your company. And when I say process centric, there are 2 approaches. One is, sometimes you want to improve your current quality, current products. For example, this orange tree, you want better oranges or you want more oranges. That's called improving current quality. But altogether, you want to produce an apple, that is called a new product development. These are two different approaches. First approach, improving your existing quality of your existing products. Six Sigma gives a methodology for that. That's called DMAC. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Improve the quality of your products, quality of your services using a structured methodology called DMAC. Improve the oranges, increase the number of oranges. These are all possible with the DMAC. But altogether producing an apple is called new product development. But you want to ensure your products are really great, like the Apple brand. And now it is called design for Six Sigma. For design for Six Sigma, the approach is different. It is called DMADV. Define, measure, analyze. Then you design your product and then verify. Even before designing the product, you are doing some analysis. There are no customers. There are no real failures, but you are anticipating failures. And then you are designing your product. Right at the design stage, it's like educating your child before birth. Something like that. That's called DMADV, design for Six Sigma. And this is what we call it mathematically, y is equal to f of x. We call it mathematically y is equal to f of x, where y is the result you want to improve. Y is the problem you want to solve. Y is the gap in performance. And mathematically, y is a dependent variable. Only when y is dependent variable, it is an opportunity for Six Sigma. Otherwise, it need not be considered as a Six Sigma project. Your normal approach, any other simple approach can solve the problem. The problem is considered suitable for Six Sigma only if it is a y variable. We call it y variable, we call it dependent variable because it depends on several other x factors. There could be many x factors. The x factors are nothing but the independent variable, meaning that you can fix them. You can fix them the way you want. But why you cannot fix as it is? You want the sales to get doubled, you want your market share to go up, you want your share price to go up. All those things, it's not a quick fix. You really have to work. But the X factors, if known, you can fix it. Sometimes the X factors can also be a quick fix. Sometimes for fixing your X factor also, you need to know whether the X factor is really critical to your Y or not. What do you mean by critical? A factor is considered a critical factor if it contributes majorly to the changes you are seeing in Y. For example, your Y has come down, your sales has come down. Which is that factor which is pulling down your sales? Everything can pull down, but few factors could pull down by a large amount. Those few factors are called critical factors. How will you systematically identify the critical factors? Having understood few factors as critical, now how are you going to fix it? You know the relationship between the critical factor and your Y factor. Now again, it's a quick fix, but you don't know the relationship. For example, the casting defects are coming. It is porosity. Now, porosity depends on many factors. The critical factor is pouring velocity. Now, whether pouring velocity should be increased or decreased, no idea. At higher velocity, is that the porosity is going down, or porosity is going down at a lower velocity? The relationship is not known. And that's where statistics comes into picture. You need to find out the critical factor. You should also understand the relationship between your X factor and Y factor. If that relationship is understood or known, then anybody can fix the problem. Anybody can fix the problem, and then Y can be optimized. Your Y can be improved or Y can be decreased depending on the requirement. This is called process-centric approach, right? And so improving oranges or producing more oranges is product quality improvement. There is a framework available called DMAC in Six Sigma. But altogether producing apples is called new product development, for which there is a framework available called DMADV. I hope all of you understand what is Six Sigma and what is design for Six Sigma. Six Sigma is DMAC and design for Six Sigma is DMADV. Any questions to me? I would like to put a small halt here to understand whether